Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about topic that what is Agile methodology. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management of software development and you want to learn about it. So let's start friend. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my videos can reach to you, and also you can follow me on the Facebook page as well. Friend, whenever we talk about agile methodology, basically we are talking about an approach for implementation or project management of software development. Okay, so basically agile is a project management approach of software development. It is approach of iterative and flexible. Now iteration means that we do the project in iteration in multiple chunks, and flexible approach. Flexible means that we there is a flexibility in the implementation. It is not at such rigid as the waterfall approach, and the main focus is on the delivery value to customer through collaboration, improvement, and responding to the changes. Agile methodologies emphasizing adaptability, customer environment, and the delivery of the functional increments of a product of a project over fixed and rigid plan. If you just see this diagram here, in this diagram we basically, in the initiation of a project, we do the planning, then this is the iteration, right? We do the design, then delivery, then test, deploy, and then review. So basic, and then the launch. So these are the basically iterative approach. Like for example, if there are 40 tasks in a project, we divide a project into for example 4 iteration. Each iteration has 10 tasks, so we each iteration will contain the development, testing, and then deployment, and then again next 10 tasks. So this is called the iterative approach in the agile methodology. Agile approach with respect to traditional approach or a linear project management methodologies, like for example waterfall methodologies, are different. And basically, in like for example in the waterfall approach, the it basically discourage the change management or changes in the implementation of a project. However, instead agile embraces changes and acknowledges that requirements can evolve over time as customers and stakeholders gain a better understanding of what they truly need. So change management in agile methodologies are more flexibility. That is why we call this approach as more flexible as compared to waterfall or other methodologies. The key principles of the agile methodologies are iterative and incremental development. Now, agile projects are divided into smaller chunks or iterations or time-bound cycles, often referenced as sprints as well. A sprint is normally a 3 to 4 weeks time period in which we do the basically development, uh, then testing, and then review to the customer. During each iteration, a functional part of the product is developed, tested, and potentially delivered to the user. Then the next principle is the collaboration. Agile basically emphasize close collaboration between cross-functional teams, especially like developers, designers, testers, the deployment team, and the product owner. So it is a very important aspect of principle of the agile methodology. Next is the adaptability and flexibility. Friend, we know that whenever a project is started, so in the start of the project, so many things are not clear, or the priorities are not clear. So with the passage of time, when things are becoming clear and priorities are becoming more clear, so basically the agile encouraged to the feedback of the customers and adjust their plans according to the customer feedback. So that is why it is more adaptable and flexible. Continuous delivery. Agile encourages delivering work and valuable increments of the product at the end of each iteration. This allows for early and continuous feedback from users. This is very contrast to the waterfall approach, because in the waterfall approach, at the end of the time of the UAT, user acceptance testing, we get to know that what is the feedback of the customer. However, in the agile, it is different, because like if you just see here in the diagram, in the review section you got to know the feedback of the customer. If customer wants changes, so you can do it accordingly in the next iteration. Then focus on the value. Agile basically prioritizes delivering the most valuable features first, ensuring that customer needs are met with minimal waste. So that means, for example, if there are 40 tasks in the project, so we will prioritize those tasks and try to complete the first 10 tasks which are on the highest priority. It is not the case that the highest priority task will be done at the end. We in the agile, basically more focus is on the value to the customer gets as much value as much possible. Then self-organizing teams, that means basically the agile basically focused on self-organizing team. That means team are more empowered, they are more decision makers, and basically in the agile there is no concept of a boss in the team. The team is basically accountable, they have the ownership, and they are the decision maker within their sprint and within the execution of the project. Then a regular reflection and improvement. Agile methodologies promote regular retrospective where teams reflect on their processes and practices. They sit together and try to understand after every review with the customer of the sprint. They basically sit together, try to understand what things goes wrong, what things goes well, and how they can improve their the next sprint and next delivery. So the main objective of retrospective session is to focus on the positive things which are focused and try to repeat the positive things and try to avoid the negative things in the next sprint. If we talk about common agile methodologies, the first agile methodology is the Scrum. A Scrum is basically a framework that is based on the agile approach, and it is also uses the concept of sprints, and there are roles like product owner, Scrum master, development team to manage the process. Next is the Kanban. Kanban is a visual approach that emphasizes continuous delivery by limiting work in progress and optimizing the workflow. Next is the extreme programming. Extreme programming focus on engineering practices to ensure high quality software and include practices like pair programming, test driven development, and frequent releases. So this is another approach of agile methodology. Next is the lean development. It is derived from lean manufacturing processes which try to eliminate the waste. Actually, waste in the lean development is the thing which is not producing any value in the process, and it is just waste of time. You can say it exists in the process, but it is not adding any value. Then crystal is another agile methodology. These are the agile methodologies that have their own unique practices and approach. Now, friend, when we talk about agile methodologies are widely adopted in software development, but in principle, these practices also been applied in other approach like IT, marketing, construction, product development, and the main focus of agile is basically it is more flexible, it is iterative, and it is more adaptable and customer centric, so that customer gets as much value as much possible. So that is why agile methodologies nowadays are very much popular, and during the execution or project management of software development, most of the companies nowadays moving towards agile methodologies. So friend, thank you. Thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with the friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching the video.